committees, the Defense Joint Monitoring Team and the Defense Joint Intelligence Infusion Center. It says the bodies are set up by the Defense Headquarters are to work in coordination with other military units and state government to address the ongoing problem of oil theft. General Musa explained that the committees, which include state government representatives, were established to fill operational gaps identified in the efforts to combat crude oil theft. It noted that while Operation Delta Safe ensures coordination between security forces and under the Joint Task Force, the monitoring team is tasked with identifying weaknesses and proposing ways to close operational gaps. It said the Infusion Center will streamline intelligence on oil theft and other criminal activities, ensuring swift action to maintain peace and security in the region. Also, the chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, Ola Olukoyede, says the commission will continuously monitor bank transactions to curb financial flows to criminals, including bandits and terrorists. Olukoyede, who emphasized this at a 2024 annual Civil Military Conference organized by Civil Military Corporation at the National Defense College Abuja, added that the effort would help reduce the financial incentives during the criminal activities. He also highlighted the connection between corruption and insecurity, noting that corruption fosters poverty, which in turn makes unemployed citizens vulnerable to recruitment into banditry, kidnapping, and terrorism. The EFCC boss said it is time for all Nigerians to collectively fight corruption, which has become a major challenge to the nation's progress, emphasizing that the loss of resources to corruption deprives the country of the funds needed to provide infrastructure and digital services for the people. And in other news, thousands of families trapped in Maiduguri flooded areas are being evacuated to safer areas by the military volunteers and other security agencies. Although some flooded areas of Maiduguri have receded, badly affected areas like Gamboru Market, Kaswan Shano, Custom Area 40 are actively flooded. The premises of the Nigerian prisons are still being flooded, while public infrastructure, amenities, shops, and vehicles are completely submerged by the flood. Women, children, and vulnerable persons are mostly those trapped and being evacuated. And meanwhile, President Bola Tinubu has expressed a deep concern about the flooding in parts of the Maiduguri, the capital of Borno State. President Tinubu extends his heartfelt condolences to the government and people of the state, especially to the families that lost their means of livelihood due to the disaster triggered by the overflow of the Alau Dam. President Tinubu assures Governor Babangana Umaru Zulum that the federal government will collaborate to address the immediate humanitarian needs of the affected people. The president directed the National Emergency Management Agency to assist the flood victims while expressing commitment to mobilizing federal resources to support the state during the difficult time. The worst flood in recent decades displaced thousands of residents in affected facilities, including the post office and Maiduguri Teaching Hospital. And back home to the Center of Excellence, the state government has held a stakeholders meeting on the implementation of greenhouse gas registry to promote a healthy and safe environment. Olatunde Yusuf tells us more.
Gathered here are stakeholders in the private and public sector discussing about the Lagos Greenhouse Gas Registry, an initiative created to document carbon emissions, put in a valid database for the purpose of tackling environmental challenges, reduce its risks, and propel the state into the global carbon trade arena.
There's a mantra in climate change that whatever you cannot measure, you cannot manage. And for us to be able to manage our environment in terms of resilience and sustainability, we need to understand the amount of emission that is in the atmosphere. We'll pass the data that are collected through a selected emission tool, So at the end of the day, we'll be able to have an informed opinion to say, okay, the state government must do something in this sector, the state government will do that in this sector.
A platform will be open whereby you can input whatever you emit into the environment. Whatever gadget and equipment that you are using that has potentials of emitting those gases that we're talking about, like in the transport section, in the agricultural section, in the industrial section. So it will be segmented to the different sectors that we have.
For both the private and public sectors, the Lagos Carbon Registry is an online measurement, reporting, and verification platform that will record carbon footprints of industries and commercial activities within the state.
We understand that many organizations in Nigeria are unable to access funding, green funding, climate-based funds, investments to improve their operations. And one of the key prerequisites for you to be able to access green funding is that you must have a verifiable information about the greenhouse gas emissions coming from your activities.
Stakeholders say documenting emissions in the state will not only help mitigate the impact of climate change, but also a call to action to take individual and collective responsibility on the impact of carbon emissions on the environment and work towards a cleaner and greener future.
If we don't take care of the environment, if we don't mitigate and find a way to reduce the greenhouse gas emission, then we are actually possibly going to create a world or leave a legacy that is not good enough for the generation coming to meet.
If this kind of project that is being organized by Lagos State Environmental Protection Agency, LASEPA, I think the government also needs to also spend more to ensure that this registration is well grounded. I can testify that is currently what we call a global carbon credit market initiative.
The Lagos Carbon Registry is in line with global directions to significantly reduce carbon emissions from manufacturing and other human activities. Olatodo, LTV News.
People with disabilities are calling for an urgent need to educate health workers on how to care and show empathy. They made the call at the presentation of a research which focuses on how well medical practitioners are aware of ASHA, also known as deaf-blindness syndrome. We have details in this report.
Under the umbrella of Lionheart Ability Foundation, a research was conducted on the knowledge of medical practitioners in Nigeria about Usher syndrome. Usher syndrome is a rare genetic disease that affects both hearing and vision. It causes deafness or hearing loss, and sometimes it also causes problems with balance. After the research, it was noticed that most health practitioners are not aware of this disease, hence the call by people living with disabilities to educate medical practitioners in Nigeria.
From our research, we've seen that majority of the respondents for this research feel that the healthcare system was not designed for them. In simple terms, it wasn't designed for them. They don't expect them. They are not visible. They feel stigmatized when they go to the hospital. They also can't afford to pay for that care.
It was also disclosed that Lagos State government is set to observe Usher Syndrome Day.
Many of our medical practitioners are not aware of this condition. Neither do we have the necessary equipment for genetic testing and counseling in Nigeria. So for now, everybody has to be aware that there is something we call Usher syndrome, as we're working together with the government, looking towards working with the government to train our medical practitioners on how to identify and prevent it, because for now it has no cure. It can only be managed, but it has no cure.
The need for all hands to be on deck to train health professionals on the care for people with disabilities was emphasized.
We have to have a kind of systematic capacity building, maybe every 90 days or every 6 months. Take the healthcare workers through a capacity building program for them to understand that when they attend to persons with disabilities, they are not doing them a favor. It's just to make the world go round. The stakeholders in disability space definitely know what the problems are, and we want to work with these stakeholders on the government side. So if we can close the gap, it will be good for everybody.
It is hoped that these findings will provide needed materials of focus to help people with disabilities access quality care. Aminat Elegushi, LTV News.
In sport, Delta State Governor Sheriff Oborewori assured of the state's readiness to host the 8th National Youth Games as the opening ceremony holds later today. Governor Yusuf Sharif, who visited the facilities at the Stephen Keshi Stadium, Asaba, the state capital, which is the main venue for the games, inspected the main bowl, swimming pool, indoor sports halls, and other facilities. 5,776 athletes from 29 states are arrived and registered for the games. Governor Sharif said the state is more than ready to host the fiesta and assured that this year's games will be different and better than previous years. He stated that the Delta State will have good result from hosting National Youth Games and expressed optimism that the developmental championship for under-15 athletes will produce future Olympians that will make the country proud. The governor promised a colorful and entertainment opening ceremony as he will declare the games officially open later this afternoon. Following the screening exercise, the games will be commenced with 4 events: karate, para-table tennis, and weightlifting, which will begin at different sites inside the stadium. And that's the news at this hour. For more stories, connect with Lagos Television on these social media platforms. Thanks for staying with us. Please remember to call the Lagos State toll-free lines 767 or 112 in case of emergencies. I am Aminat Elegushi. See you again at 2 p.m.
We're glad to have you join us on our grassroots governance program, Ibile Update here on Lagos Television. I am Alimat Adeyemi. The Council Authority of Shomolu Local Government partnered with a non-governmental organization to put together a back-to-school program where about 2,500 students benefited from. We have more details in this report.
Alima! Celebrate Alima, ladies and gentlemen. As the 2024-2025 academic year commences, it is essential we continue to take collaborative efforts to ensure academic growth. It is with this that the LIRA Foundation organized a back-to-school program held at CMS Primary School, Bariga, aimed to benefit 2,500 students across Lagos, thereby easing the financial burden on many families.
Due to what is happening now in our country, Nigeria, so people are expecting more from all political orders in Lagos State. Giving is not by where you have everything, it's about the little you have. So that's what motivates.
This initiative included not only educational items, but also engaging activities such as games, dance, and educational entertainment. Parents and children expressed their gratitude with a big smile on their face to the LIRA Foundation team and the Lagos State Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu.
I appreciate this foundation a lot because it is grooming children for excellence. It is grooming them to be the better person they are to be. It is letting them know that they have potential to achieve good things. And it is letting them know that no matter what they are facing, their facility, their background does not determine who they are.
My own view is that I like that well. I like how that people that did not have, she give to them. And like people say that if you give, God will give more to you. And I thank her, like as in the girl, I like her as she said the speech. He really mentored me well about speak out. Don't let pressure, as in your mate should be pulling you down, that you should not speak out of what is inside your mind.
When I see what she has done single-handedly as a young lady, I've always admired her because she's so humble, respectful, amiable, unique, and she's good. In fact, she's a loving woman. And this project is a very, very laudable and educative project.
Big thank you to LIRA Foundation because this is huge. This is a great one coming from Roots, LIRA Foundation. I wasn't expecting to see this at all. I am impressed. I am really, really impressed for her doing this. God bless her. She has done very well.
Initiatives like this will continue to foster academic excellence and promote more educational collaboration and, more importantly, nurture future leaders in Lagos State.
Moving on to Ikosishere Council area, Ibile Update captured the joyous moment of the graduating student of the Council's Vocational Center. Sheun Abimbola now reports.
Engaging young residents of Ikosishere Local Council Development Area in a variety of skills was said to be the major focus of the current council authority, as the chairman of the area, Sami Atabolanle Bada, while graduating students of a vocational training program, emphasized on the need for young Nigerians to be financially independent even in their formative years.
Completing this program is too small feat. It requires late night of practice, early morning of learning, and a commitment to mastering new skills. You are proving that you are capable of transforming challenge into opportunity. This program was designed not only to impart knowledge and technical skills, but also to empower you to become self-sufficient and enterprising individual in a world where the ability to adapt and innovate is skilled.
The executive chairman also spoke about how she was intending to channel the skills learned by her beneficiaries into profit for the council area in the long run.
I promised them that the SCDA is going to do more, in giving out a token to all of the participants during the learning time. And those ones that really graduated today, and more so, we are advising them that they should put all of what they have learned into practice. And more so, they should make sure that what they have learned today, they try to impart it in others, people that were not able, to participate in this one with the one we have just rounded up with.
The graduating students who were provided with startup kits and certificates expressed their gratitude to the leadership of Ikosishere for the opportunity.
I went for makeup class, so I learned how to tie style, gele, and I learned how to do makeup, like your brow powder. I learned types of brush. We have angle brush, we have spiral brush, we have blending brush, we have powder brush, we have eyeshadow brush, and we have different type of gele. There's round gele, there's ayaoba, there's V-shape, there's anyone you want to tie.
I love training, and I'm going to use it to do anything because it's my future. So I appreciate them. They teach me. It's fast learning. I'm upgrading.
Those certificates will open way for them. Like those that went for catering department now, a lot of them will be applying for eatery, fast food center, and a lot of that. Those that learn digital department, a lot of them has a lot to do in the IT companies. They can use it to apply for work. And the women that learn catering and all of that, most of them can use it for so many things.
Some of the trainings that were exposed to these graduates were tailoring, hairdressing, cosmetology, food catering and baking, soap making, and so on.
Finally on the program today, the Council Authority of Iru Victoria Island Local Council Development Area distributed GCE forms to indigent students at no cost. Details in this report.
Education is a tool that shapes the trajectory of every society. Financial constraint can, however, pose a challenge in attaining a good education. To address this challenge in Iru Victoria Island Local Council Development Area, the chairman, Rashidat Adu, distributed free GCE forms to students. The initiative, which took place at the council's headquarters, is designed to support students in their academic pursuits and ensure that financial constraints do not hinder their educational progress.
We leave no child behind, and this is what we have been doing in the last 7 years. That we give GCE forms, JAMS forms to indigent pupils and students in Iru Victoria Island. Education is key. And those days when you have credits in most of your papers, you will jump up that, yes, I've really made it. But now, reverse is the case. And that's what we have told them, that they should go back home and ensure that they read very, very hard.
We move out to the community. Through the community, we get people that need the GCE form. We move to the wards, because we have 5 wards in the Victoria Island yesterday here. So different wards is bring out the beneficiary for the form.
Admission to university, it starts with this exam. Go and study. Go and study. Study as if there is not going to be any other exam for you. And of course, there is no other exam. You need your school cert in everything.
The Council Authority went further by making provisions for the registration of beneficiaries within the Council complex. The students expressed their gratitude, stating how this will relieve them and their parents.
Given the privilege to have this form, not everyone has the privilege to have this form, and having this form is like a stepping stone to greatness. And writing this exam and being able to pass it and come out in flying colors is actually something great for us.
It means a lot to me, so it helps me to further more of my education and make my parents proud.
The council chairman also disclosed more plans to consolidate the different interventions of the council in the education sector.
We have rehabilitated schools, we have given school bags, we have given uniform. In fact, the whole package of what they can take back to school, like back to school. We have also given lunch boxes. We have given exercise books. We have even empowered the teachers and the non-teaching alike in each of our primary schools.
The local government has able to achieve about 85% of getting the student, making the student to educate themselves, to like education more.
By addressing the financial constraints of students, the council is empowering these students to pursue their academic goals and contribute to society at large.
That is all we can take on the program today. If you would like to share any information with us, please send an SMS or WhatsApp message to the number on your screen. Ibile update shows Mondays to Fridays at 8:20 a.m., 12:15, and a repeat broadcast at 11 p.m. I am Alimat at DME. See you next time.
Ladies and gentlemen, I go by the name B-E-Z. We in the building, right? Play that stupid song from the days when we were young. Everybody sing along, everybody say. That's a stupid song. That's a story. That's a stupid song. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, I wonder what you are. Play that stupid song from the days that we were young. Everybody sing along, everybody sing. Play the stupid song from the days when we were young. Everybody sing along, everybody sing. Here's a new song, and we sing it like just a stupid song. And we sing it like it's just a stupid song. Stupid song. Yo, B, wake him up with a very stupid rap. Timbo, timbo, bascleve, tita, labatus. Alaba, laba, kai, kai, titi, bossa, boss. Bella, bota, bascleve, mangio, tutu, bascleve, mangio, bono. You know Amina, Amina, Tara, she's a lazy girl. Play that stupid song from the days when we were young. Everybody sing along, everybody sing. Play the stupid song from the days when we were young. Everybody sing along. blow cigar, you go marry Opolo go give you belle.
I love you, the tattoo. Madam, without the time you cannot go. Why don't you let me love flow? Why don't you let me love flow and go? Oh, yeah. They cannot explain what your daughter mean. In my life, madam, your daughter dislodged my pins. So me cannot explain what she means to me. She means more than the life I man live. Me cannot explain what she means to me, yeah. She means more than the breaks I man breathes. And me could say, waiting we get a stick. She got she life a stick like come and get me let me say. And me cool willow, waiting we get a stick. Me got me life a still like she a get she let me say. Me say, listen well. Like the birds of the same fate, yeah. Listen well. I and your daughter will be together, oh. Listen well. Like the moon is programmed among the stars, oh. Yeah. So when we program, go to the teacher, yeah. Listen well. What? Yeah, man, oh. I love you, the tattoo. Oh, yeah. Madam, without the daughter, me cannot go. Why don't you let me love flow? Somebody say, why don't you let me love flow and go? Listen. Introduction, I'm a musician. They call me Azadas, but you can call me Lekon. Forget where I come from, which family me from. If me reside in a resort, say a Bronx, so I'm not a drunk. Neither do I need a stimulant to play me or jam me or sing me song. So I'm not a punk or a monk. I do not front, but I'm blunt. The things I want, yeah, that I want. The things she want, as I just want. Madam, why you can't hear me say? I me want is the money, oh. Say, I'm on the need that I'm loving. I me want is the riches, so say, I'm on the need that I can say. Why don't you let me love? Why don't you let me love flow? Why don't you let me love flow? And somebody say, come on, I love you.
So welcome to the #1 lunchtime show, and this is the Thursday edition. The Thursday edition is actually the throwback edition, where we play those songs that actually rock your airways way back. And part of those songs were the song we played earlier today, and I'm talking about Acidos. Acidos now is a medical practitioner in the United Kingdom. All right, way back, those were, he was part of those guys that gives us lovely love songs. Introduction. Make I introduce myself. I can't remember the lyrics very well. All right, before that, we enjoyed this one from Bex and Praise. They called that one Stupid Song. All right, stupid songs, we call them, but they were old folk songs that we sing growing up. I don't know if any one of you, this Gen Z, man, no folk songs for you at all. How many of you know Boju? How many of you know Tinko? How many of you know bread and butter? Oh my God. Gen Z, did you do Tente? Yes. Oh my God. All right, way back, those are our own computer game. Those were, okay, someone just told me now that Suwe. During holidays, man, you don't understand what they call Suwe, that you play on, and do you know that it's not just an African thing? I've seen them in the United States that they have that, where you have to throw a seed in the space, you jump over and pick it up. All right, those are those times that there's nothing called Christian, there's nothing called Muslim, there's nothing called Hausa, Igbo, or Yoruba. It's one big family. And that's why we're preaching that before this generation, there have been generations that have happened and things that happened positively and well, way back. And that was why I chose to start off the show playing Bex and Praise, and they did that one called Stupid songs. We call them stupid songs, but they were actually songs that actually gave us so much joy growing up. All right, the People's Pulse today on the show. I want you to tell me, send your name and location to me, telling me that thing that you heard growing up, and when you grow up now, like when you're an adult now, you understand that it's a lie. You understand stuff like if you draw a line into your house, snake will enter your house. You remember myths like that. You understand stuff like if you kill a lizard, you don't open the chest. That you might meet your mother dead on her bed. Like if your mom wants to beat you, you can remove which hair now? I think from your eyes and put on your hair, your mommy will forget and not beat you. So many, man, I'm trying to open some memories right here, right? I need you to just tell me one, send your message to me and tell me one that you grew up to know that, wow, it's not true. It's not true. Have you been told that when you spit on the floor and somebody step on it, your throat will pain you? Have you heard that before? You remember stuff like that. So tell me your own. Tell me the one you remember. Tell me your own like that. All right. Growing up for me, my mom used to tell me that it is absolutely wrong to give people things with their left hand. That it's not good, though. It's not good to collect things with left hand. It's not good to give people things with left hand. She came to my house a few weeks ago and I was eating. She said, I'm going. I said, Mommy, hold on. I'm eating. She said, give me tea, I'm going. And I was eating amala with my hand. I'm an African boy, you understand? And I dipped my hand in my pocket, my left hand. I said, Mommy, I'm sorry, I'm giving you this money with the left hand. My mom said, which hand is not good? Once you can bring out money, your hands are good. It's not going to be interesting. Let me say it the way she said it. She said something like, when you show one bear, what about your Mommy, you change your own philosophy yourself. But I understand that it's an act of disrespect for the Yorubas, Africans, to collect things with your left hand. Truth be told. All right, on the show, this and more are what we'll be discussing today on the show. My name remains MC Pluto. They call me the motivational comedian of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. You can feel free to call me your favorite TV boyfriend. Call me the Fresh Prince. Call me whatever sweet things that comes to your heart. You know what I'm talking about. Let's enjoy the next set of musical videos when I return. The captain of the old school is right here with you. Let's go.
Want it, they should better me. Hell boy, look me less and look me well boy. Gala flows on the well boy. My money like got it, put my money that's well boy. Gonna you fucking tell it, yeah boy. One ship and eyes all on rock by the chef boy. You go wound every rapper, should write it to I love me. Any pepper, flow like notorious, yet we glorious. When we did gone the boss, nobody's glorious. Kicking the door, whipping the bubble. The street is what your street is so for. Your spirit living your look alone for. I shoot myself, I killed them over. One can pull like a third for your friend. Third for your friend, shit you la rope. Me big papa cap on Deliane. One maleko, one maluluyali. If you wanna talk about money, Joko Shukuro, come and tell me what. I'm on a go smooth, and your Casper. A million solid copy of a Jasper. And your school, it's Susu Tiger. Gonna the days, all about my fiber. I make them go below me till like a jar. But guess said this one, I job like that. Freedom of speech, they are not gonna do you. But freedom after speech, I can't show you. You don't know me, and me, damn me. Love it, me, love one, but I jam you. I just see my shit when I like to jam me. If I call where you go to send a ball, I jam you. Ignorance rugged, ignorance this and pizza. Learn the decoration, the body me and Shamisa. But I sound la, it's a missa. Your girlfriend follow me, go, I know you miss her. When you like a video egg roll. If you fuck with me, you want a death row. Me also me kerosene, all about the bankroll. Anybody should be with a dance, so me bankroll. So anyway, the neon is certificate in red. I am ready to rumble, I am a weather. Me, I'm always sweaty, and the fucking weather. So don't get you shut aside and I bet. Or a rain, but I rush up, it don't need away. Me, I'm getting money, me, and the travel go away. Me, I'm killing shows in London, the Yankee. The bank of Jalapa love, and broke the Yankee. On top of you, enemies, lot the Yakba. December to the simple, F1 Yapa. I want to live, F1 Pampas, and it's about feet, all about my back. No rapper, I say no rapper. I repeat again, I say no rapper. Don't do show inside the go hotel. Shut down everywhere. If you like, I go tell. Sold out concert in Lagos 1. Sold out concert in Malay 2. Sold out concert in Yankee 3. Sold out concert in London 4. Ha! Everyone need come up for me. Then the best rapper again, they answer for me. I'm smoking hot, I know it'll choke you.
I'm here. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right, Olamide, any day, anytime. For me, he's a banger, I tell you. This guy rose from being an artist. He rose from being a studio rat to an artist, from an artist to a record label CEO. Yes, I can say that. I can beat my chest to that fact. That is a fact, all right? The CEO of YBNL, Olamide, actually did so much for himself. He did so much for himself to rise to where he is today. And every of his track has been a banger. You would agree with me that he has been able to raise so many artists on his platform, and he had done so well for himself. One of the sensational artists that we're talking about is actually, what's his name? Asake. Asake has shut down so many stages that so many people would not believe that at this time he would have done that, okay? He would have done that. Big ups to you, Olamide. Big ups to you, Olamide. He had done so well for himself from the track Any Juro to this day. He's also part of raising people that are not on his record label by featuring on their track. And that's, if you agree with me, he did that to Portable. Yeah, I like calling him. He did that to Portable. I just call it, oh my God. He did that to Omolalomi Zazu. All right, you saw when he came on that Tesojue Vitalaga. When he did that, so many people jumped on that song and they loved that song so much. So Olamide, well done, well done. He started. Now, Olamide, is he a Gen Z? He's not. Olamide is a millennial. He's not a Gen Z. All right. Part of those guys we're celebrating today that done so well. All right. Before that, we actually enjoyed a song from the living legend himself, that is Innocent Idibia, popularly known as Tu Baba. Which of Tu Baba's track would you hit to a side? I don't think there is any. From him collaborating with other group or band to his own personal struggle like that. He started with his own personal album, Grass to Grace, where he gave us where he gave us I wake up in the morning and I stretch up my feet, say a thank you prayer. That one, and that was the album he dropped. African Queen. African Queen was globally accepted. Yes, it was globally accepted. He actually was a soundtrack to so many international movies, yes, in the Hollywood, in Nollywood, and what have you. And not forgetting the fact that there was so many fight on the track African Queen, who's actually the owner, who's the rightful owner, who composed it. So many things happened about it, but Two-Face is a living legend. He had been doing well for himself. I saw him some weeks back, maybe last week, him doing a freestyle on the track in the studio, and everybody was commenting that, no, you are a legend, you're a legend, you're a legend. I respect him, and this is what we tell our present generation artists that do stuff that tomorrow your credit will still return back to you. People will still give you your accolades. All right, today is the 12th day of the month of September. I hope I'm correct about that. All right, today marks a year that we lost our own dear brother, Imole Mohbad. Yes, it was a year today. And so many stories have been happening around him. So many quests have been on for justice for Mohbad. It's actually difficult. It's actually difficult to come to the realization that we lost Mohbad. I pray, may his gentle soul rest in perfect peace. And I pray there'll be justice for Mohbad. I'll take the next set of musical video in respect of my own darling brother, Immortalization Mohbad. I'll be back after this time out. Jump! All right, I love that one. Oh my goodness, God, I love that track. Way back, we were having discussion behind the cameras, discussing about how you dance to those songs. Way back, you don't have to rock a lady. You have to dance, please, do the moonwalk, the break dance. Hey, I still remember the break dance like that before a lady will get, I mean, before you can get the attention of a lady way back, you must know the lyrics of the song. Yes, way back we have to buy this lyrics book. What's that book name now? There's a lyrics book that you have to learn the lyrics of the song. You can sit beside a lady and start singing to the lady. If she likes you, she'll join along the line. You guys will be singing together like that. Oh my God. Oh my God. Way back, that was love. But now, the only romantic statement I know that still works now, try it. Try it with any lady, old or young. Just tell them, send me your account details. If she did not say, give me no. Or just try the two. Just walk up to a lady and say, I love you. She'll say, are you? A lady don't need to know you. Just tell her, can I have your account details? Man, she will gladly give it out to you. And guys, this is just a cheat for guys out there. If you want to know a lady's name and she's not ready to tell you her name, just ask for her account details. Her name will show. You don't get, her name will show. When her name show, call her papa name. You don't understand? Like that. All right, let's get back to the show. And I said earlier that we'll be talking about those myths, those things that were not